Hello reader pops, welcome to another reading video. One of my favorite places to read ever is the beach, and I was actually going on a fun beach trip with my friends to Florida. We stayed at this little resort so we didn't have to do much driving, just go to the beach and the pool, and I thought I'd bring you along for all the books that I got to read. Hey guys, it's day one of our vacation in Florida, and I've been reading Do I Know You by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigma Broca. They're a married author duo, and it's a book about a married couple who's been married for 5 years, but they're not getting along so well, but they're on this little marriage retreat, and they decide to pretend like they're strangers. I have my retainer in, and kind of start dating each other again for the first time. So it's funny because I'm at a resort, so I'll be like, oh, I'm going downstairs for my coffee in the morning, and then Eliza in the book will be like, oh, I'm going downstairs for my coffee in the morning, and it's just kind of a fun experience to read it on vacation. And I'm on page 236. I'm gonna do a little bit of reading, fall asleep, wake up for sunrise, hopefully finish it tomorrow. I like it so far. I really like the way that they write. It's very realistic for romance, and it's a very unheard of concept to read about characters who are already in a relationship rather than meeting for the first time. So it's really unique. I like it. Just completed the second day of vacation. Oh, it might be kind of echoey in here, but the lighting is good in the bathroom because it's nighttime. I actually finished a book today, which on vacation, certain ones you get a lot of reading done and other ones you don't. This one's a group trip, so I'm more so like hanging out with people, but we did sit by the pool for a lot of today and I got to finish Do I Know You. It was a pretty good book. I'm kind of conflicted over my thoughts because I gave The Roughest Draft by these authors a 5-star. And I really loved it. I think that their writing style is really unique. The way that they write is very lyrical sometimes. Well, yeah, I guess lyrical would be the word. I'm not really sure, but I really like the premise of this being a couple who has been married for 5 years and is already in a relationship. But I think the issue is I didn't really believe their problems. Like I kind of wish it was maybe like a longer time that they'd been in a marriage, because 5 years just seemed pretty short to me without a backstory of how they got to this point, because they were like ready to cut it. And I was like, why though? We haven't really seen why things have gotten to this point, but I really like the premise of it, so I can't decide how I feel, because when I got to the end, I don't even think I read the epilogue, which I always read like the entire book, and I was kind of excited to like move on to the next book, so for that reason I kind of was like, maybe I didn't like this book as much as I thought. So I'm kind of leaning towards like a 3-star, which is sad because I love them as authors. And then I'm starting Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. I gave The Bodyguard by this author a 5-star. I've only read like 8 pages of this one. No clue what it's about at all, but her writing is just so comforting. It feels like I'm just jumping back into like a meeting an old friend or something. Like it's just so good and happy and fun and easy to read. So I'm very excited about this.
You got someone new, I know it. Yeah, but I will keep on denying it. Yeah. Gotta keep my emotions running.
It's like the 5th day of vacation, I think. We spent the entire day playing spike ball on the beach, and then I went to the pool to read, and it was one of those cloudy days where the UV was sneaky, so I'm looking a little. I've been reading Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. I just got to page 280, and there's only 320 pages, but it's so hard for me to give updates while I read her books because her books are so easy to fly through. I completely forgot that The Bodyguard by her I read almost in a single setting because I was at an airport, and it's just so addictive, so bingeable, so easy to read. Her books are funny. It feels like she's just having a blast behind the keyboard typing away. They actually make me laugh out loud, but they're also like, if there's a romantic moment, it's so swoony. I actually get the butterflies, I believe it. And there's still serious things. Like, I don't know, it is so interesting what it's about, but I feel like it also kind of, I'll just say what it's about, just a little bit. It's on the back of the book, but basically we're following Sadie, who is a face portrait painter artist, and she gets top 10 in a competition, but then a freak accident happens that you find out about, and she ends up having facial blindness, and she draws people's faces for a living. So that causes quite a problem in her life, and she's living in this very fun apartment building where there's this guy there and then there's this other guy, and they're kind of part of like the plot and subplot with a little bit of romance, but there's also some family drama in it. And then you're going on her journey of like having this whole crazy life change, but it's so good. I am obsessed with her writing. And you never know when you find a new author, like reading The Bodyguard and giving it like a 4.5 stars. I don't know why I didn't think to read any of her backlog, but when this new book came out, it's giving me the exact same thing. So I need to read her backlist of books because she has a lot of books that she's written before these, and they're all super like closed door, like she doesn't describe anything explicit in her books. I'm obsessed. I'm so happy that I'm reading this on this trip. It's making sitting by the pool fly by.
Need someone to hold my horses. Yeah. 'Cause I go fast, yeah, I go hard. Wanna find some peace, so I pray to God to find a way to fix it all. I'm in denial, I'm undercover. My heart is breaking, so I'm faking every smile. I'm in denial, I'm undercover. Wanna find a place to rest, be human for.
I'm telling the vlog real quick how good this book was. Guys, it's 11 p.m. Supposed to wake up early to run tomorrow, but I had to finish this book. I'll tell you more in the morning, but everyone needs to read this. I think I'm adding it to my 6-star reads, books that are so good that 5 stars can't even contain them, which is so unexpected. I mean, I was having fun throughout the entire book, but the end just blew me away. I have not had a reaction like this, an audible reaction like this to a book in so long. Like, couldn't shut up. Ryan knows. I was telling him my reaction. So good. You have to read it. This is also very random, but if you've ever read a Bob Goff book, Love Does, blah, 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 he writes nonfiction, but in the moments when she's writing something kind of inspirational, like what the character is learning, it gives me Bob Goff vibes. So whimsical and so happy and cutesy, but also like kind of deep. It's so good. I'll explain more in the morning. I don't know what else there is to explain. You just need to go read this book. I feel bad for the book that I'm reading next because it has a lot to live up to. So maybe I should just go read like horror or something so I don't compare it. So that's how good it was. Good night. Tomorrow's our last full day on vacation, but then we still have the airport day to keep reading.
Just be human for a while. I'm messed up, oh yeah, I know it. All alone with mixed emotions. Yeah. Gotta keep my temper from running wild. Need someone to hold my horses. 'Cause I go fast, yeah, I go hard. Wanna find some peace, so I pray to God to find a way to fix it all.
Hi guys, I'm back home now from that beautiful, amazing vacation. It was so fun. We basically did the same things every day. Woke up for sunrise a lot of the days, hung out at the pool or the beach, which is where I got most of the reading done, eat dinner together, and then play spike ball. And I honestly am shocked that I got through 2 full books on like a 7-day vacation because like I was saying, I was just hanging out with friends most of the time. But while I was still there, I started Float Plan by Trish Dollar, and then I was also reading it on the plane, but I have not finished it yet. Spock is chewing his bone behind me. The second I start filming, he does this. It's so weird. Lauren's Reading Corner on Instagram is the sole reason that I'm reading this book because she read it, gave it a 5 out of 5, and I had seen this book in previous summers, but I never heard anyone talking about it, and I'm probably like 150 pages in. There's only 250 pages. It's a really short book, but it's actually really sad so far. Like the first page is immediately really sad. Like look up what it's about before reading it because it's just not what I expected it to be. Her fiance had passed away. Her fiance's dream was to sail the world, so she decides to take his boat and do that anyways, and she ends up hiring a man to help her sail the boat, and it becomes a romance story between them two, but also about her journey of healing from grief. So even though the cover is really cute and it looks like a summer book, I've honestly just felt pretty sad the whole time while reading it. So I'm curious to see if that will turn around. I'm not particularly liking it so far, but I'm really curious why Lauren and tons of other people I saw reading it were giving it 5 stars. So we'll see in the next 100 pages. I know I'm not on vacation anymore, but I want to finish this book and I still want to act like I'm on vacation. Like I put on my swim dress today, I put on this beachy little sweater. So I got my coffee and I'm going to try to finish this right now. It's a few hours later. I have completed the book. I am getting wrecked by allergies today, so if there's any indicator of that, that's what it is. I think I'm going to give this book 2 stars, which is the lowest I've ever rated a book. I've rated a few books 2 stars. It's very rare for me actually, but I don't think I've ever given a book 1 star. And it's surprising to me that it's so low, but I was thinking about Do I Know You that I read earlier in this video when I gave it 3 stars. I enjoyed my time reading that book so much more, and 3 stars is actually pretty good rating. Like, I think people forget that when you have a 5-star scale, a 3 is pretty good. It's good enough to where if it's a topic that you would want to read about and it's 3 stars, I think you should read it. Especially if you read tons of books, then you're gonna have a lot that you just enjoy but you never think about again, and that's fine because it's just for entertainment. But this one I didn't even enjoy, and it's not even a 2 star because I majorly dislike anything. I wasn't connecting to the characters. I didn't care about the romance that much. I feel like it was a well-written book. I don't know, I just didn't really like it. It's kind of a shocker, but we've got a 3 star in this video, we've got a 6 star, and now we've got a 2 star. We're all over the place. But, oh, here come the allergies, 1 second. I want to read another book for this video because I've only read 3, and I randomly picked up this, The Last Word by Taylor Adams. I got it from Book of the Month, and I heard someone explain that the plot of this book is about a girl who reads tons of thrillers, and she rates one of them 1 star, and then the author starts coming at her, and I thought that plot was so interesting. So I started this, I'm like 30 pages in. It's really good so far. It's really creepy, and we can consider it still on vacation because Ryan and I are moving into a new house currently. We're kind of in between places because there's still construction going on, so I still feel like I'm living out of boxes in a suitcase. Clearly I'm not on vacation. I'm just saying that for the sake of this title, but I'm actually gonna go over there now instead of here. The very last thing I have in this place is all of these books. I'm at the new place reading the book, and these allergies have taken over my life for the past 8 hours. I've been nonstop blowing my nose, but I'm on page 128 and it's really good, but she's alone in a house running away from this scary guy, and I'm alone in my new house, so. But I'm not actually that scared. It's a good read so far. Oh, sneezed on my book. That's why you don't ask to borrow my book. Just kidding. But it is a risk. Anyways, I finished the book the next day. I read this one really fast. I haven't been a fast reader lately, but this one was so easy to fly through, and I love the plot twist. It was one of those thrillers that just kept giving you plot twist after plot twist, which you guys know I love, to where it's almost like a comical amount, and I really liked them. I didn't expect them, I don't think. No, I didn't. It was a really good thriller. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.5 because it's one of those thrillers that I would definitely recommend, but I'm probably not going to be thinking about it. Like, I'm probably just going to start forgetting about it right now, actually. If there's anything you got from this video, it's that you need to read Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. And then I would say if you're in a thriller mood, you need to read this one. So I hope you got a book rec out of this video and enjoyed reading with me. And until the next video, you can keep up with me on Instagram, or I'll see you somewhere else later. Bye!